Hi folks, Rob Haddo here with Full Spectrum Training Systems, and I'd like to talk about compensation and movement specifically. It's funny because we often talk about people compensating in their movement, compensating in lifting or their gait or whatever it might be, some form of myoskeletal work being done. But we often don't actually understand what's going on. You see, compensation isn't failure to do a movement. Compensation is success in doing a movement, but without the ability to do it strictly. Our brain, with regards to doing myoskeletal work, with regard to doing movement work, is really good at just get shit done. Get it done. Get it through and get it over with. And so when you're trying to do work and you can't do it strictly, effectively, efficiently, your brain will say that's okay. You might not be able to lift strictly straight to your side. What I can do is I can drop the neck forward because the shoulder hangs from the neck. I can drop the neck forward, which kind of changes the arthrokinematics, changes the joint positioning and everything in space to give you a bit more recruitment. I can drop our knees, or bend our knees and drop our center of gravity, so relative to the weight we're lifting, we've dropped, so relative to us, it's technically higher. We've now lifted it higher, and I can then use that momentum and lift. Pop into it. I can cheat the movement. But it's not really cheating because I'm getting it done. My goal was to get the weight up. I got the weight up. My goal is to walk. I walked. My goal is to squat. I squatted. I just didn't do it cleanly. I didn't do it strictly. And so what can we do about this? I mean, we often say, oh, you compensated. That's a bad thing. Well, if the person's compensating without pain and getting the job done, it's not that bad. But if we want to train them to have more strict capability, well, then we have to step back a bit. We can reduce the range of motion, but that's not as effective. We can maintain a goal of a full strict range of motion and drop our weight. That's a lot more effective. Or we can even change the rate at which we lift. Weirdly enough, lifting more slowly is harder. However, if you're going to speed up the lift, you kind of increase the risk of injury. So really we should look at just dropping the weight. And so that's all compensation is. Compensation is your brain's way of, okay, you want this job done? I will get shit done. We are not capable the way that you might want, but we can get shit done. And so it's not failure, it's success. If you have a patient or a client who's compensating a movement, kind of really examine why they might be doing that and whether you want to kind of screw around with it. Because when you start going into that rabbit hole, you can really start opening up a whole bunch of other issues that they never thought they had. And that can be good if you finish the job, or really problematic if you leave it undone, which is what I'm going to be seeing with one of my patients later this afternoon. Thanks very kindly. Bye-bye.